everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then hi, my name is Caitlin. Welcome! And today I have my update for my No Pan Left Behind project pan. So if you don't know what this is, basically I randomize 9 single eyeshadows from my collection. If you guys don't know, I have a huge single eyeshadow collection and they often do get neglected. So I thought I'd change this project up a little bit a few months ago to just focus on my single eyeshadows. I randomize 9 single eyeshadows and then I use every single shade at least one time and then roll it out with another randomly generated shadow. I think this is such a fun and creative way to get use out of my single shadows. I really love it. I've been doing this for a few months now and I'm having a ball. I really am. I'm rediscovering some indie duochromes that maybe I've forgotten about. And I'm also planning on doing a pretty big declutter at the end of the year. So it's also helping me with that a lot as well. So in this update, I do share beautiful looks that I do. You can see on my eyes, I do love bright, fun, colorful makeup looks. So if you're interested in that as well, definitely stick around. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I do so many bright, colorful makeup looks, a lot of project pans, and some reviews as well. I always try and push bright, colorful makeup. You know, makeup doesn't have to be a brown in the crease, and that's what I just love doing. I love inspiring people, and I love hearing people say that I inspire them to play around with makeup. So yeah, that's what I love to do here. All right then, so let's jump in to the update. I'm a little breathless today, guys. I don't know why. I've just filmed my October empties update and I'm a bit burnt out. I'm not gonna lie. My chest feels a little bit tight, so let's ignore that. Let's carry on. All right, so of course, I'm going to start with this look that I have on my eyes today. The majority of my eyeshadow is Pan Those Eyeshadows shades, but I am also wearing this middle shade here, which is the shade Zoisite from the Pastel Roses. And this is all over this cut crease part. I do have Tormaline, which is a kind of glittery, flaky, pigmenty, loose pigment shade on the top of it, but my base is this shade Zoisite. It is like a turquoisey shade with kind of pink reflex in it. I don't think it's a duochrome. No, it is a duochrome. It is. I lied. It is a duochrome, but it does also have like a pink reflect in the shimmer of it, if that makes sense. So I thought it would go really, really perfectly with my pink and teal eye look today. Obviously, I knew I was filming this today, so I knew I had to wear at least one of these shades that was left over, and that was the shade that I went for with this look. I think it's a really, really pretty look. It's definitely out there a little bit, but I'm out there, so that's the deal. Okay, next I'm gonna budge up a little bit, and this is probably the most boring look. This is the look that I wore to go to the doctors, and I have this shade in the crease, which is the shade Sahara from the Barry M Tiger palette that I depotted, and then I blended that out with this shade, which is the shade 1 from the Revolution Exposed palette. So a very, very neutral look, very, very different. These are my two zones. No, not zones. These are my two personalities. I don't know, my two forms. There we go. Very, very colourful or very, very neutral. You know, I'm not going to the doctors like this. So I do obviously like having some neutrals in this project as well, but they are all randomly generated. So this is what the palette's looking like right now. Then I have this look, which I absolutely love. I really, really do adore this look. It was inspired by Mitchell, made by Mitchell. His Instagram had something very, very similar to this. And you can probably guess I used this bright neon shade down here. It's the shade Food Videos. This is one of my favourite single shadows. I think it's just the perfect pop of colour when I don't want to do like a blue. You know, I love blues. Okay, blues are my favourites. But this shade is just so beautiful and I really, really did enjoy this look. I really didn't want to take it off, but a pop of bright neon yellow is just so perfect. I absolutely love it. So we are taking that shade out. Okay, then I did this look, which is like a two-tone halo eye, kind of similar to what I'm wearing today, like color story wise. And on the middle of my halo eye, I used this shade, which is the shade Sakura from the Pastel Roses, and this is stunning. This is like a pink to blue, proper like Barbie color. It is insane. That's what it looks like on my hand. Hopefully you can see that like bright blue reflect. It is stunning, and I have been so happy to play around with this a little bit this month. On the center of this look, it just merged those two color stories together perfectly. And then I did add a gem as well, just to, you know, mix things up a little bit. I thought, you know what, how can I make this even more amazing? Pop a gem on there, 100%. I absolutely love this shade. It's probably one of my favorite shades, even though it's pink. Oh my god. You guys may know I'm not a pink girl, but this shade has my heart and I really, really do love it. I've been really happy reaching for that this month. And then finally, we have only used one more shade, so we're not having a complete refresh, but that's okay. I have done this look with this shade here. This was my Halloween look. I did do a get ready with me with this look. I'll link it in the cards above. It was part of my Perfect Halloween BYOP. So yeah, I used this in the blend, in the purpley, murky, grungy blend, and it worked really well. This is the shade R1 from the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette. So I'm very, very happy that this is what my palette looks like right now. We have 6 shades to randomly generate, and I'm so excited. And yeah, I'm gonna do it now. Okay, I have 0 to 167. Which is quite scary. I'm actually going to get a piece of paper to write these down because I know I will forget. Okay, so number 1 is the shade 91. Then we have the shade 59. Then we have 43. Then 142. Okay. Our next shade is 35. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our final shade is 146. Okay, I'm gonna run off camera very quickly, see what these shades are, put them in the palette, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back with my new color story, and it is surprisingly cohesive, which is interesting. So this is my new color story. I'm really, really excited. It's very kind of dark spring vibes. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I kind of associate purpley pinks and greens with spring, but maybe not these like super deep tones. I don't know. So I'll go through what we have. So the first shade was Purple Punch from J Star. So I'm not a big purple person, so this will be very interesting. Next we have Revolution 21 from the Maxi Reloaded palette. That's this pink shade. It might clash a little bit with a shade that I have in my Pan Those eyeshadows, but as I said, I'm only using these once, so I think we'll be okay. Next is the shade Aragonite from LA Splash, which is a very, very kind of neutral shade. It's very similar to Burnt Orange, which I've actually just finished from my Pan That palette. So obviously I'm in the market to use one of those kind of shades. So this is perfect for this time. Next, we have the shade Illuminati from J Star Cosmetics. This is a very dark shade. I don't normally use super dark shimmers, so this will definitely push me out my comfort zone, see if I like it or not. And we do have a few more greeny shades for it to be paired with as well, which is amazing. So obviously these two shades were already in from last time. This is from the Violet Voss Nicole Concilio palette. I forget the shade name. And the blue next to it is Squad Ghouls from NBA Cosmetics. They were already in this palette last month, so they're not new shades. Next I have, it's like a cream to powder shade from the XX Revolution Exposed palette. It's the shade 3 from that palette, and I'm really excited to work on this actually, because I haven't really had the chance to use it much, but I think it's going to be a really fun shade. It looks super high shine. It'll go really, really well with my Level Up palette, which I only have like one more week, well, less than when you're watching this, but when I'm filming this, I have like one more week to hit all my goals on that. So hopefully this will be amazing for that. Then the final new shade is the shade Confetti from the Pastel Roses, and look how fun this is. It's like a green with some like blue kind of flakes in it. I don't know, like blue kind of pigmenty bits, I guess you could say. I really love this shade. It's really fun, really high shine. I'm really excited to play around with that. This shade is the shade Euphoria from the Pastel Roses, which again was already in this palette when we started. So I'm really excited to play around with these. It's definitely a very different color story. That's what I love about this project. I could get any shade, I could get any color story, and it makes me so happy to be able to play around with these shades. Yeah, I'm very, very excited. So that is the end of this update, guys. What palette do you prefer? Do you prefer our old color story or our new color story? Let me know in the comments down below because I'm nosy and I would love to know. If you did like this video, definitely like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I hope you have an absolutely incredible day, and I will see you very, very soon for a brand new video.